Jared here with carbuzz.com, and today I am at an event called Topless in Miami, where I get to drive all of the latest and greatest convertible and panoramic roof cars, which is why behind me sits a 2019 718 Boxster GTS. So Porsche has renamed the Boxster and Cayman. They both have the 718 number in front of them now. This is the GTS trim, so you have the base Boxster, you have the Boxster S, and then you have the GTS, and above that will probably sit a Boxster Spider in the near future. But this is the one that I think you're going to want. Let's go ahead and get it out on the road. All right, so now I'm behind the wheel of the 2019 Porsche Boxster. So this is the sports car. This and the Cayman, which is the coupe version of this car, are the two that every other automaker seems to be targeting with their sports cars. The 911 too, but this obviously competes at a lower price range with a starting price of $59,000. That's just for the base Boxster with the flat 4 2-liter engine, turbocharged, 300 horsepower, 0 to 60 in about 4.9 seconds. With the manual, you get a 6-speed manual on these, or a 7-speed PDK, which is what we have here. That'll get you faster to 64.7 seconds. Now, we have the GTS, which is the most powerful 718 Cayman you can buy at the moment. There will be a GT4 coming with even more power. That'll probably be manual only. That's going to be like a 4-liter naturally aspirated flat 6. That thing's going to be incredible. But for now, 365 horsepower is what you're going to get in this GTS. 4.4 seconds with the manual, 4.2 in this one in the PDK. That's pretty similar to what I just drove in the Toyota Supra. In fact, Toyota, when they were benchmarking cars, they said they specifically said Cayman because their car is a coupe, but that car was co-developed with the Z4, which is aiming right at this. So how is this drive? Oh my God, it's so loud. Wow, I can't believe a 4-cylinder sounds like that. I think people have been saying on the internet that this sounds like a Subaru. I don't know any Subarus that sound like that. That's crazy. Wow. Oh my God, the PDK. There's a lot of really good 8-speed automatics out there, but none are this good. Oh my God. I drove a McLaren 720S recently, and that had a really good gearbox, but oh my God, Porsche PDK. It's one of the best gearboxes you can get. If you want the manual, Porsche still sells that too, so go ahead and take advantage of that while they still offer it. But there's just something about the balance of this car. The steering is more precise than I've felt in, I think, any 2019 car I've driven. There's just nothing that corners with the same accuracy as this. I've driven a lot of cars that just steer really brilliantly, but I think this just has a level of brilliance that it's going to be really tough to match for almost any other automaker. This is just so good. Here I come through a corner. Oh, I have so much feel through the wheel. Power out, perfectly balanced. Oh, it's usable though. It's a right amount of power. I think that a base Boxster might feel a little bit sluggish, but this GTS one, you can use all the power. 911s, like the GT3 has just become so overwhelmingly powerful. This Boxster is just the right size. 911s feel really big. This is just an adorable size. You get 2 trunks, which is really nice. You get a front and then one in the back. The Cayman gets the same thing, although you actually get a little bit more room in the Cayman. Oh my God, yeah, the GTSs are just the right amount of power, I think. I think it's worth the step up above the Cayman S and the Boxster S, and the steering and everything on this car are just really hard to match. And I think if you're one of those people that's been seeing, oh, well, they got rid of the flat 6. The flat 6 was amazing too, but this 4-cylinder turbocharged engine has so much torque, it'll walk those old 6-cylinder ones. Even compared to the old GT4, which was a hardcore manual transmission, normally aspirated, flat 6, this is faster than that. So when you're looking at your Porsche and you're looking, oh, do I really want to stretch into that 911 range? If you option this up, you're going to be well over 100. 911s, you really can't get one under 100 anymore. So I think you're better off just taking the Boxster instead of opting for a 911 convertible. You're going to save yourself a lot of money. This is still an amazing sports car, class leading. It's really hard to beat. I've driven the Z4, I've driven the Supra. I don't know, guys, those are really good, but a Boxster is still a Boxster. A Porsche is still a Porsche. All right, so I've got to get something off of my chest. I am somewhat of a huge Porsche enthusiast, but I haven't driven any of Porsche's latest cars. I've driven all of the competitors. I've driven the Z4, I've driven the new Supra, I've driven Miatas, you name it. I've driven the AMG GT. All of them are frankly excellent, but there's some Porsche magic that nobody has been able to get close to it. It's so good. I'm kind of left speechless for words by the Cayman. I'm sure that the 911 is even better if you drive something like a GT3 or whatever, but I think for 99% of people, this Boxster GTS, as configured, is going to be an excellent car. I'm staggered by how good this thing was. I knew Porsche had some kind of magic to them, but until I drove it, I just couldn't really put it into words. The way it steers, the way it's balanced, the way the PDK operates, the way everything is arranged on the interior, it's simply hard to beat. And if you've enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more, subscribe to us on the CarBuzz YouTube channel and download our apps on iOS and Android to keep up with the latest and greatest in automotive news and to see more reviews just like this one. Hope you've enjoyed the video. See you next time.